Hey YouTube, it's me, Sister Girl Tuesday, and I'm back with another video. The last couple months we've been having themes for each month, but this month we're going themeless. It's kind of based on what you want to see. I guess that'll be our theme. I put a Facebook post out just asking people to kind of tell me what they had a taste for, what kind of recipes they'd like to see on the show, and I'm so grateful for the feedback that I've gotten. If you would like to share what you'd like to see, be sure to connect with me in any of my social media. It's all in the description box below, but you can always send me an email at sisgirl2s@gmail.com and let me know what you have a taste for, what recipes you'd like to see. So today's recipe is coming from that Facebook post. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quiche. Normally I film my intro after I've made whatever I'm preparing for that week, but I'm switching things up a little bit. And so it's been quite some time since I've made a quiche. So we're kind of winging it this week, all right? Be sure to let me know what you think of this video. Comment, like, subscribe. So stay tuned and let me show you the ingredients so we can make this quiche. First thing we're going to do is pour our 1.5 cups of Bisquick into a bowl, and then go ahead and add your tablespoon and your 1/3 cup of vegetable shortening. As y'all can see, I was kind of struggling to get this shortening out. I even had to go grab a butter knife and just kind of figure it out. So the next thing you're going to want to do is to start mixing your Bisquick and your shortening. I tried 2 different ways. I tried with like a biscuit cutter, not biscuit cutter, but a dough cutter, and then I decided to just kick it old school and just go with my fork the way my mom would do it if she was making some biscuits. So that's what you want your batter to look like before you go ahead and add your wet ingredients, and then just add a tablespoon of that cold water little by little, 1 tablespoon at a time. And you kind of just look at your dough and gauge it and see if you need to use 3 or maybe you need to use 4. That's kind of up to you and how the process seems to be going. So I'm just kind of mixing it up in my hand. I found that when I rolled it out, it worked out a little bit better. Yes, I'm admitting to having made this crust twice. The first one was obviously a fail, so I learned from that, and here I am making the second attempt. Just go ahead and transfer that into your quiche dish. It's okay if it breaks up a little bit. Actually, I don't know if it's okay. It worked out fine for me, so if it happens to you, just know that's okay. I had a little bit of dough left over from my first attempt, so that I can fill in those gaps that you see there in my pan. And I'm just pressing it down and making sure that it's all in there, and that I've got a little bit coming up on the sides for my little crust there. So once you've got this all done, you're going to put it into your oven that's been preheating at 425 degrees, and you're just going to leave it in there for 5 to 7 minutes. Make sure you watch it. You don't want it to burn. But before you put it in there, it is essential that you poke some holes into the bottom of your pie crust, so that way it won't rise too high and be fluffy like a biscuit or some pancakes. So in the meantime, I'm just going to put a tablespoon of butter into my skillet here and get a cup of onions and let those kind of start to saute down. And while that's going, I'm going to multitask here just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with my loose ingredients. So I've got 5 eggs getting ready to go into a bowl here. And then I've got a 1/2 cup of some roughly cut red bell peppers. I'm going to add 1 cup of evaporated milk. Then I'm going to just start to season. I've got a little onion powder, a little garlic powder. I've got some Bragg's liquid aminos for my saltiness. And then I'm adding a little crushed red pepper because you know I keep it spicy. And for texture, I'm adding some imitation bacon bits. I've got my cheese going in, and then some roughly cut up baby spinach, about a cup's worth. I'm mixing that together before adding in my sauteed onions. And now that I've got my mix all together, I'm going to take my pie crust that's been cooling and go ahead and add in my wet ingredients and just smooth it out with a rubber spatula. And then I'm going to bake this for 40 to 45 minutes. It's important to make sure that egg is cooked. Take it out of the oven, serve it up, and enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about this recipe.